video games, Helldivers 2 has been the most successful failure ever. Okay, remember began this year, everybody saying how great Helldivers 2 was and how important this game was to the gaming industry, and how Helldivers 2 saved multiplayer games. Well, guess what? You know what's ironic? Helldivers 2 has less players than Overwatch 2 on Steam, which is pretty funny because everybody loves to rag on Overwatch 2 and how it's the worst game ever and how it's like the most, how they ruined the game. And even myself, I didn't really like Overwatch 2 all too much. I like the original one way better. All the unnecessary redesigns for the characters, like, why did we have all these redesigns for the characters? Why? There was very unnecessary. Why did they just keep the original character designs? And this was so much. And let's not forget the fucking, let's put characters behind a paywall bullcrap as well. But Helldivers 2, people don't really like this game all too much anymore. And the Steam page, no one likes this game anymore. It became one of PlayStation's biggest games ever, but it seems like they could do no wrong. But again, we had the PSN debacle, we have the wokeness, which again is not mentioned, but Helldivers 2, peasing toward the woke, and it seems that the recent reviews are mostly negative still. And the quote unquote say this is review bombing. How dare people review bombing? It's just because people don't like the last update. The last update for Helldivers 2 apparently was so bad that they did not like, people didn't like it at all. So of course no one liked it. They had too many nerfs, no fun around, and they basically ruined the game essentially. So
big Labor Day deals are happening now at that.
So yeah, Helldivers 2. Sony, they really had a very successful game, and we really thought that this was the comeback of Sony. This was the big comeback of Sony, but apparently everything Sony released this year, it has been a failure. It has been a failure. Okay, this was supposed to be like the biggest game of the year, and this game is not. It's no longer the biggest game of the year because no one likes Helldivers 2. The game is gonna have a very, very bad legacy, 100%. People are not gonna remember this game too much for being a good game, for being a game that the developers continue to betray the fan base, continue to betray the fans, stab them in the back. And then they'll whine about review bombing all the time, like, how dare you dislike a game because you betray the fans? How dare you dislike the Yakuza? How dare you dislike a movie? And so it's only when you don't like a movie, it's considered review bombing. Of course, if it's review bombing for positivity, it's not a problem because it's positive. I don't believe in I don't think the quote unquote review bombing thing. There's no such thing as review bombing. It's simply people having an opinion, and it's kind of, quote unquote review bombing is kind of a form of a protest, okay? I think people should be allowed to protest for 4-star reviews on a game so people can know, hey, this product sucks. This game, movie, TV show, book, whatever, sucks. This song sucks, whatever. People should be allowed to have their own opinions, and people should be allowed to see their own opinions without a bunch of hurdles and walls like on Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. And that's about this video here. So Helldivers 2 is, but I think with Steam, you actually have to own the game to play it. So Steam, I think, when it comes to user reviews, is probably the most accurate because you still have to own the game to review it. So no one can't review a game that they have not played. So yeah. So if people have played a game and don't like it, it's going to be shown on Steam. That's why Steam, I think, is the most accurate when it comes to user scores. I think that's why Steam won out against Epic Game Store, because Epic Game Store has no reviews. You can't review a game, so people won't know if a game is bad or good unless we go on to freaking like YouTube or Facebook and see what's going on. But I think user reviews are something that is very important and should not be stifled with, because it's freedom of speech. People should be allowed to dislike Captain Marvel, The Acolyte, or whatever bad game comes out. Okay, people should be allowed to voice their opinions. It's pretty ironic that the so-called liberals want to stifle freedom of speech. Okay, I'm not going into like the extreme political stuff, but I find it funny that they always talk about how people need to have freedom of this. Women need to have reproductive rights and blah blah blah. But they want to stifle the most important right we have of all, freedom of speech. That's pretty funny that they want to stifle. They want to get rid of freedom of speech. I just wonder, why does freedom of speech scare these people so much that they want all the social medias to ban people from speaking their opinions, from quote unquote, even like negatively reviewing a movie or a game. Like, Rotten Tomatoes removing that feature. And that's about this video here. Goodbye.